group of men started having lunch at Fair Start Restaurant in downtown Seattle. And the restaurant always assigned us the table numbered 31, so we became known as the Table 31 guys.
A luncheon group, a fellowship group, an accountability group, a care group, a group of real brothers who cared for each other. It changed during the pandemic because what we did was go to a schedule where there was one person assigned to lead the group, and oftentimes it became very personal, very deep, in a way very surprising about some of the answers that came out.
Started talking about the adventures of life. These discussions got pretty deep. We always kept a sense of humor and we always laughed at ourselves, and a lot of that had to do with how the Lord worked with us during these adventures. Well, today I would describe the group as the perfect example of what Jesus wanted the church to be like. One day, as he was teaching, Pharisees and teachers of the law who had come from every village of Galilee and from Judea and Jerusalem were sitting there, and the power of the Lord was present for him to heal the sick. Some men came carrying a paralytic on a mat and tried to take him into the house to lay him before Jesus.
But finding no way to bring him in because of the crowd, they went up on the roof and let him down with his bed through the tiles into the middle of the crowd in front of Jesus. When he saw their faith, he said, "Friend, your sins are forgiven you."
I received a diagnosis of a very deadly and very rare cancer, and it was a shock. And I did not hesitate to advise my Table 31 buddies that I needed scriptural and spiritual guidance as much as I was going to need medical help. And so these guys rallied around that.
He said, "I've got my mission. I'm going to start working on this. I'm going to be a working man going through this process." And this was an opportunity for us to say, "Mark, we as a group are standing with you in all of this, every day and every week. And when you need something, call on us." We wanted to be a group at that point that had an interest in special care. Hey, you want to come over for dinner? Great, come on over for dinner. You want to stop by for a conversation? Stop by. You want to go for a walk? We'll be there. And so it became a group of caring people who did special things and constantly supplied them with a prayer cover.
The Pharisees and the teachers of the law began thinking to themselves, "Who is this fellow who speaks blasphemy? Who can forgive sins but God alone?" Jesus knew what they were thinking and asked, "Why are you thinking these things in your hearts? Which is easier to say, 'Your sins are forgiven,' or to say, 'Get up and walk'? But that you may know that the Son of Man has authority on earth to forgive sins." I just thought, this is what the church is supposed to do. Academically, intellectually, maybe I thought that, but now I really know it because this really happened to us. It's an amazing development in my life.
We had a dinner at one of the members' houses, and nearly everybody was there with their wives, and there was a chance for face-to-face interaction during this time. It was like a relief in a way that we could get together, be more honest, more transparent than it was possible to do through Zoom. With Mark's permission and Janet's permission, at the end of the evening when it was getting dark, we put them in a circle, and everybody came and laid hands on them and prayed for the grace of God, that something remarkable would happen. That was not only significant for Mark, but it was very significant for everyone in the group.
Table 31 men are the stretcher bearers, and I'm on the stretcher. The story in Luke, the stretcher bearers lower him to Jesus. These guys are raising me to Jesus. Jesus is the ultimate healer. That's where these guys are uplifting me to, is the ultimate healer. And whether that means healing from my sins or healing from this cancer, the Lord is God and he can do this.
He said to the one who was paralyzed, I say to you, stand up and take your bed and go to your home. Immediately he stood up before them, took what he had been lying on, and went to his home, glorifying God.
Everyone was amazed and gave praise to God. They were filled with awe and said, we have seen remarkable things today. This is the word of the Lord.